You ever notice how every warning sounds like a conspiracy until the consequences finally show up? It's funny how that works. People love to roll their eyes at long-term infiltration, right up until the moment they realize the long-term actually arrived. For decades, I've been warning people about ideological infiltration, not the Hollywood version with dramatic music and trench coats, but the slow, patient, generational kind, the kind that doesn't need explosions, just time and complacency. No, this isn't something I suddenly started thinking about. I've been saying it since the 1980s, okay? Back when most people were too busy arguing about hairspray and cassette tapes. My wake-up call came when I studied the 1979 takeover of Iran. Everyone remembers the headlines, but very few remember the mechanics. Different factions, including extreme leftist groups, helped open the door for something far more controlling. They thought they were shaping the future. Instead, they handed it over. That's when I realized how easily societies can be reshaped from the inside, especially when people underestimate the patience of ideological movements. Here's the pattern that repeats throughout history. Well-intentioned people focus so heavily on compassion that they forget about strength, boundaries, and long-term strategy. Compassion isn't the problem. Losing awareness is. You can be kind without being naive. You can be open without being undefended. But societies rarely strike that balance for long. And let's be honest, Western societies, especially the United States, are extremely vulnerable to slow infiltration. Not because people are stupid, but because they assume good intentions. This country is known worldwide as one of the easiest places to scam. Not because of intelligence, but because of trust. That mindset is beautiful, but it's also exploitable. And trust without verification is a welcome mat for manipulation. When you study how extremist movements operate, whether political, religious, or ideological, you notice something quickly. They don't rush, they don't panic, they don't need to. They think in decades. They move quietly, strategically, and with a level of patience most people can't even comprehend. They target education, institutions, and cultural norms. They test how much a society will tolerate, step by step, over generations. And every time the public shrugs, they move 1 inch further. Look at the last 40 years. Look how much has shifted. Look at how many lines have been blurred, erased, or redrawn entirely. And if the pattern continues, there are still decades left in that long game. People can call it conspiracy, exaggeration, or paranoia, but history doesn't care about your feelings. Societies fall when they ignore the signs. They always have. My point is simple. If people don't pay attention, if they don't recognize patterns, if they don't protect their institutions, then they have no one to blame when things change in ways they never expected. Prophecy or not, history repeats itself when people refuse to learn from it, and history is undefeated. As for me and my family, we stay prepared. Not out of fear, but out of awareness. Awareness is not paranoia. Awareness is responsibility. And responsibility is the one thing infiltration can't defeat. Stay alert, stay grounded, stay aware.